G'day, Michael here. Another beautiful morning in Queensland. Today I want to do a couple of videos. I've just been cleaning out the shed a bit. And the first thing I'm going to do is a cut test on this rope, a new rope, thicker rope. But it's not as hard, I don't think, but it's thicker. So I'm going to try that today. I'm going to put the Kizer up against the new Kershaw and just see how those two perform. And then I'm going to do a video back to the copper wire and I'm going to be trying that out. So that'll be interesting to see. And I'm going to use just a single strand of copper wire and test the knives on that. So I've been sharpening and been busy, and you know what I forgot to get is paper. Ugh. Always something. Be right back. The thing I'm not short of is paper. It's just a matter of getting it, making sure it's here. So, Kizer, sharp, Kershaw, sharp. So let's start off with the baby, and we shall see how we go on that. I haven't used this rope before, so it's all new today. I just want to do a bog standard test. Still not sure on this Kizer, and I want to keep testing it. So here we go, start off with 10 cuts. Probably should do 5, but I'll start with 10. Right, so, oops, there's the first 10 cuts. Oh, I have to feed this in, stop it falling. It's the first 10 cuts, and let's see how we're going. And I can see a tiny bit of lights already on the 10 cuts. Not enough. You can feel it. Catching where those lights are. And I can see it clearly on the Kizer. And this is what disappoints me, because I'm yet to be pleased by its performance. Every time I do something like this, it is quickly showing the steel bent over. And I don't know, I might, yeah, see that's jagging. I don't know if you can see that. You can see where it's actually jagging along that edge there. Really, I should stop. I want to make it better, but to be honest, it's not a clean cut, and after 10 cuts, the steel is bent there, right where I'm cutting, and it's not doing a good job. Might try 10 more later on, but I'm going to go to the Kershaw right now, and we'll do 10 cuts on it and see how it's performing after 10 cuts. I know I've said it a million times, I love the shape of this knife, I love ergonomics, everything about it. I'm just disappointed in the steel. Alright, 10 cuts on the Kershaw. It's a skinning knife. It's got a pretty comfortable handle. Probably not as comfortable as the Ganzo. It's a little bit thinner, but the rubber is quite grippy, even when there's blood and guts. And it's made with a big choil here so that you can choke right up to do skinning. I've kind of done a review on it. I was very interested in the D2 steel. I have a Kershaw from AliExpress coming, and It's a fairly cheap one, so I'll be interested to see how that steel performs up against one that I've actually bought in Australia. So this is a Rigididge Kershaw. Let's see how it goes on the cut test. Really doing this for you, Christian, because no one else is going to be looking at this, I doubt. It's dirty. It's not quite as hard, but I think it's a lot harder than your yellow rope, but it's probably about the same thickness. I should measure it just to let you know. And it's about 9 mil. So pretty similar to your yellow rope, but harder. 10 cuts. Let's have a quick look along the edge. Well, to be fair, I can see a little glitch, tiny little glitches, not quite as bad. And you'd hardly tell, but I know it's there, and I know that there is wear also on that edge. So doing a slow cut down, you can definitely feel the jag. Pippin! Sorry. Definitely wear there after 10. I'm going to do another 5 this time. There's another 5. I think I'm going to have to go the Ganzo after this. Again, a couple of little lights. And what's that, 15? It's still cutting, but starting to tear along that edge. But because I want this Kershaw to do well, I'm going to do another 5, and I reckon that will bring it up to where the baby is. It's 15, let's get it to 20, and then compare the two. So that's now 20. And we've got 10 on the baby. If I do it this way, it easily cuts, Christian. See that? You would hardly even know. You'd think that was great. But if you do it slow and down, you can definitely start to tell that it's got glitches. So that's 20, this is 10. And, well, depending on what angle I want to put it, see, I can show that it's razor sharp, but I can see the glitches still. I'll give it another 5 each. This will bring the baby up to 15. And I'm trying to keep it around the same spot. I like to do it a little bit further up here on the belly because you can test it with the paper a lot easier. But you can feel it pick up in through there. I can make it look good. See? Or so this is a difficult part, is when do you stop testing? Because I can see that blade has glittering on it. And I can cut around that glittering, but I can actually see it on there, and it should be affecting the cut. You can see where it's jagging on some of those glitters. You can see a slight jagging, but I can make it look good. Like angling the blade just right and sweeping fine. But you can see it's actually tearing there at 15. This one on 20. I mean, it's not too bad. And in fact, it's still shaving sharp right where I've been testing. This one's probably still, no, not as much. Not as much. So I think the Kershaw on 20 might be good for another 25, but it is tearing that paper a little bit. It's not a clean cut. It's nowhere near as bad. I can see a little bit. It's not as bad as the Kizer. Going to make this knife look good. It's the last thing I want to do. 20. Let's do 5 more, just to be sure. To be sure. To be sure. There's another 5. And that's 25. And it's, well, it's not, it should be more towards, yeah, there, see? It's now tearing. Yeah. It's definitely tearing. I mean, I couldn't do it fast. The more you slow it down and come down the page, you can definitely see where it's starting to tear. So I call that 25. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to call the baby on 15, which I think would be about right. You can see where it's hanging up. Right there. There we go. Right, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do another couple of tests on the rope. It's so much fun. I'll have to sharpen them all and then do copper. Goodbye.